round number 2. We have Sim versus Maverick Standard.
Yes.
I think up there with, I think I said strongly that Cobra Speed Zone Extreme was a favourite in my eyes. Sim would probably
Standard?
be the second one that I would call a favourite. And then you obviously got to say yours.
For sure. I think based on the comments I've seen, I think most people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I see popping up quite often.
I think there's a lot in this driver that it's more stable than ever before.
Yep.
I think the weight being toe side, it just has a really nice blend of everything. And fair to say, the first adjustable Taylormade driver you've really been anxious to actually test further.
I would totally agree with that. Usually they give me some degree of anxiety based on just my past performance with them, but this one is so much more stable. And we've gone with a loft that's appropriate, which I think is important to tell people.
That's a big part, isn't it?
Don't just say, it's no different than everyone play a low spin driver.
Yeah.
That's wrong. But also don't be afraid to play a low spin driver. Just adjust the loft, because that's even that standard Maverick we know is pretty low spin, so we have that in 10.5 also.
Quite interesting seeing the two side by side. Though, look at the face depth.
Yeah, way deeper over here.
Way deeper.
You can probably even see it better on this angle too. What do you think? I mean, I understand when we were in California, Taylormade was saying, you know, their players preferred the shallower face, which is just so strange to me.
Something though, they have a lot of history in testing though. If you go back to 2 previous models, or 2 specific previous models, which was the 300 series, which was the 320, and then the 540, way back, you know, in the early 2000s, and they obviously had 3 different models at the time. They had a 300, a 320, and a 360 driver back in the early 2000s, and the players taking their pick which one they sort of liked, and they must have obviously found something in that shallow face that,
very interesting,
from an aerodynamics, which is the big story here.
That's true.
From an aerodynamic standpoint, that's a beneficial design.
Are you finding in fits that people are okay with that?
Yeah.
They are. Okay.
Yeah, most people. I think I've had one customer actually who took the driver, and he came back and he said he felt like it was too shallow for him.
Interesting. It would depend on whether your strike strays high and low. If it does, then I can see it making you a bit kind of apprehensive. But okay, I'm really looking forward to this one.
So let's get these shafted up. What do we have going into these two?
So same as what we actually did in the last one, just in a different. So Ventus Black is going back into a Callaway head, this time the standard, and the DF70TX going into the Sim.
Love that.
Okay, heads.
Little coin toss here.
Heads Taylormade.
Heads Taylormade. Tails Callaway. Heads.
Taylormade. Okay. Opening. Oh yes. Gonzo.
That is a llama long.
Ooh. Like that too.
Is that a little bit of a miss, or is it pretty decent?
I would say it would probably be like 2 millimeters heel or something. It was really close to being center.
That's a good one.
It really feels and sounds lovely. Oh, that's gone.
That's good as well. Get past it.
Hang on.
Get past it.
It's really close. Oh, that's going to take a weird bounce.
Still be good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stop.
Yep. Should come back. Come back, you idiot. Come on, do it.
It's going to hang on there.
Lovely.
Okay.
It really feels good.
Wow, look at that thing. Look how long that is.
Goodbye.
Oh, that was filthy.
A sample size of 1.
That was filthy. Look at that thing. 178, 12 launch, 2100.
It's as good as I've ever hit a drive, isn't it? Those two are identical. What is with this thing that I really find I can hit this straight?
This is outrageous. This thing's wild. Wild.
What is going on?
Look at this thing.
It's a joke. Get on the line.
Enough.
Enough.
357.
Look at the strike pattern. It's a joke. That's nice.
We should...
Goodbye.
Go.
Goodbye. There's 4 identical drives in that set, and I mean like identical.
Attaboy, Matty.
Oh, yes. Hang on. Hang on. Okay.
It's hanging.
That's a goodie. Ooh.
Like that flight a lot.
Get on that line. Oh. Solid. Should get the favorable hop.
You passed it.
Favorable. Yes.
Nice. That's a hammer.
It's a long one. Okay.
Look at this thing. What is wrong with this driver? Is it broke?
There's
It's
something.
not even fair.
This thing is really good. Stay straight. That's a good one. That should catch the right edge. Stop! That's a nice one. That's good too. Buff! One more, I think, lad.
Well,
It's pretty convincing, eh?
do we have the words to describe that?
This was, I remember getting into a groove with Maverick a few times down south, but nothing quite like that. Like there was 3 or 4 drives in a row that looked exactly the same and went by far the longest. Really could get into a nice streak with that.
So the best sort of aggregate score of distance and accuracy so far has been Cobra Speed Zone Extreme at 320 point something.
Right.
So Sim showed up really well, and us building this up is probably one of the top 2 favourites. I think was justified, and it performed really well. 318.39. So
Did really well.
it was about 2 points, if you want to call it that, or whatever however you want to describe that factor, behind Speed Zone Extreme. So very, very good.
Yep.
We just could. There's no way we could have foreseen how good this Maverick was.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
The aggregate factor with Maverick was a ridiculous 337.13.
Yeah, that's wild. Crazy. Easier to hit, and it went further.
I know. The problem for Maverick is it's got to do it 2 more times.
I know, it's true.
Yeah, it's very true. If it was just a performance amongst the top 8 drivers, we'd be as well just stopping the bracket right here.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, I think, why this is a bit of fun, because you never know. I mean,
you never know.
The next time we hit this won't be the same day. It'll probably be at least next week.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it showed really well that this standard model is nice and stable. The sim is good. We went higher loft. I think it still isn't the most stable driver for me when it gets a bit high in the face and a bit towards the toe. And again, I hit plenty of fairways with it. I didn't have a super hard time with it.
No, you didn't.
But I felt the need to, I guess, shape them in a bit more because I knew the spin would come down. And I know the averages don't show that, but...
This one was spooky, how easy it was for you to just find a start line. I mean, if we look at the trajectories on it, I mean, there was 3 that turned into the fairway.
True.
And there was 7 that just literally flew dead on line.
And you can see it from the side angle, like the sim being 4.5 degrees left to
Yeah.
start, I was trying to offset that because I knew it was going to turn. It wasn't, not that it's draw bias, it's that the spin was low, and I think that make the ball continue shaping.
It's one of the reasons I love doing this in a fairway, because you're reacting to the driver.
Exactly.
You know, you're actually playing for whatever you feel is going to happen. So
Exactly.
we're looking at the end result, not so much the curve and how it gets there.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you played golf there, if you hit a drive past that last bunker in the 300-yard range, right edge of the fairway, you'd be ecstatic.
Oh,
I mean,
you'd be over the moon.
no one in the world would be unhappy with that.
Over the moon.
So.
Yeah, quite
Good.
incredible. 337.13 for Maverick. Ventus
Impressive.
black.
Yeah, Ventus black. So that's been a really nice pairing. We've had this shaft is advanced in the Cobra.
Yep.
This is advanced in this.
It isn't it?
Nemesis is advanced in a couple drivers.
Yep. Titleist
and my ping is still in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we still got a nice variety of shaft, which is, I think, good. A testament to the fitting process.
So we have 2 semi-finalists.
Yes, we do.
We have 2 semi-finalists. So 2 more in the Elite 8
Yeah. So
bracket.
the next ones we're gonna do there are, it'll be Maverick Sub-Zero and Ping LST. That will be the next.
Favor the
Elite
ping
8.
slightly in that one.
Yep, and then it's going to be Cobra Speed Zone Standard versus TS3. That's going to be a fun one.
That'll be a good one.
I actually
That'll
don't
be
know.
close.
I don't know what's going to happen there.
That'll be close.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, good luck to all of them. They're going to need it to try and beat that thing.
I agree. Yeah, if it continues doing that, which I mean, shouldn't be any reason why it wouldn't. It's going to be very hard. I'm optimistic about Speed Zone Standard, if I'm honest, and I'm swinging better today. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. There's going to be too many that are going to make that happen again.
I mean, you had, with that driver, you had 3 drives out of the 10 were over 350 yards.
Stupid. And they're not. It wasn't like they were 17 launch 1500 either.
No,
like
they were
12, 21 is fine.
Sometimes you can get those real low spinners that just run for miles. It wasn't like that. They were flying 322, 322, 331, 325. Incredible. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Legit.
Top performer so far. Okay, guys, I think a lot of betting slips have just been ripped up.
Honestly, I probably would be one of those people.
A lot of sim.
I would have guessed that this would be a little better.
Sim and like we said, it performed great. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's been so far the third best driver, but it just came up against a high performer in the Maverick. Nothing it could do.
That just suits my swing a little better, doesn't it?
Okay. All right, guys, the bracket is heating up. We have 2 semi-finalists. We have 2 more to go in the Elite 8, and we will be back with those soon.
Okay.